Hey, if you're watching this, that means you're signed up for 4-H Exploration Days. 4-H Exploration Days is Michigan State University's largest pre-college program. Get ready to have a great time. You must know by now that 4-H Exploration Days is a chance for kids ages 11 years and older by January 1st of the event year to spend 3 days at MSU. You'll live and eat in the dorms or residence halls, learn a lot in your sessions, and have fun choosing from many different activities on campus. You'll also gain valuable life skills like problem solving, time management, and communication. All important things that will help you be successful throughout your life. As with most fun things, there are also rules and responsibilities. So here are some things you and your parents or guardian will want to know as you prepare to attend 4-H Exploration Days. When you first arrive on campus, have your ride bring you to the dorm that your county will be staying in. Be sure to pay attention to which side of the dorm you'll be on, like the east or west side. It's a long walk in the hot sun with all of your gear if you get dropped off on the wrong side of the dorm. At check-in, you'll get your 4-H Exploration Days name badge, an activity guide, room key, and conference card. Your name badge is your ticket to activities on campus, and without it, you cannot get in. You'll need your conference card to get into your dorm room floor and to eat in the cafeteria. It's your responsibility to keep track of these things, but it's easy because you'll also get a lanyard that you can attach your room key to and a pouch where you can store your conference card. Already in your room will be a pillow and a linen packet containing towels, a pillowcase, and bedding, waiting for you to put it on the bed. Most counties let everyone choose roommates at the county orientation meeting. Everyone must stay in the room they're assigned to. There are no changes allowed. The staff has to know where you are at all times in case of an emergency.
My son doesn't know how to make his own bed. Can I make it for him?
I'm sorry, but he's got to make the bed himself. It's a useful skill and one of many that he'll learn this week.
Soon after you've checked in, you'll have a short meeting with your county delegation where you'll get help figuring out where your sessions are, get any of your questions answered, and other stuff like that. Then it's off to sessions. MSU's campus is huge, and one thing you'll do is a ton of walking. If your session is really far away, like more than a 20-minute walk, there are some shuttle buses that can be used. But remember, you're living like a college student during your time at MSU, and they do a lot of walking. Some 4-H Exploration Day sessions take field trips. If you've signed up for a session with a field trip, go to the field trip bus loading area. It's near the residence halls, and you have to walk to get there. The shuttle buses don't stop at the field trip loading site. If you're in one of these sessions, give yourself plenty of time to get there, because if you're late, you'll miss your bus and your session. But if that happens, there will be people who will get you reassigned elsewhere. Remember that activity guide you got when you arrived at 4-H Exploration Days? It has a lot of useful information. Now, let's watch carefully. These two 4-H Exploration Day participants have decided to walk to their session, but they're not sure where to go. Let's see what they do. Checking the activity guide map. Wait, they've located their session. Yes, they're on their way. The activity guide also answers most questions you'll have, like,
what time are sessions?
It's in your activity guide.
What time is lunch?
It's in your activity guide.
It's in your activity guide.
Where's the field trip bus loading area?
It's in your activity guide.
When and where is the dance?
It's in your activity guide.
It's in your activity guide.
Keep your activity guide with you at all times, and you'll have the answers to most of your questions right at your fingertips. What else should you know about 4-H Exploration Days?
I know, don't bring a lot of valuable items like Kindles, iPods, or any jewelry.
That's right. You won't be happy if they get lost or stolen.
You will only need money for a few of the optional activities.
True. If you want to, you can get ice cream at the MSU Dairy Store, buy MSU souvenirs, and purchase extra snacks like pizza in the evening or drinks from the vending machine.
3 big meals are served in the dorm cafeteria, so you'll have plenty to eat.
Correct. But you must have your conference card to eat in the dorm, so remember you have to have it with you. And it's important to know you can only enter the cafeteria once per meal, so eat all you want then.
Oh yeah, you do have to wear shoes and shirts in the cafeteria.
Actually, you should have shoes on and be fully dressed anytime you're out and about, other than at the pool. Although you can dress casually for 4-H exploration days, don't wear clothing that exposes your undergarments, is really skimpy, or conveys an offensive message or image.
Speaking of walking, bring good shoes, not flip-flops that don't support your feet.
Good point. There's lots of walking on campus, and you'll be a lot happier if your feet don't hurt. During exploration days, the nurse sees more people with blisters and other foot problems than any other injury or illness. The second biggest reason people visit the nurse is because they don't drink enough water and get dehydrated. So, wear comfy, supportive shoes like athletic shoes and drink plenty of water. By the way, the nurse is on site 24 hours a day just in case you need medical attention of any kind. How will you know where the nurse's station is? It's in the activity guide.
One more thing, you may want to bring a fan.
That's right, it can get very hot in the dorms, and we want you to be as comfortable as possible. Did you get all this information? I hope so, but you can always visit the 4-H Exploration Days website for this information and more. There you'll find the 4-H Exploration Days Handbook, which includes the Michigan 4-H Youth Code of Conduct and all the 4-H Exploration Day rules. The website also includes a Q&A section that provides a ton of useful information like how to address special dietary needs and way more. Now listen up, because the last few things we're going to share are really important. Your County Conference Assistant, or CCA, and chaperones will be around to help you out and answer questions. They'll also do bed checks at night.
What's bed check?
Well, you've got to be back in your assigned residence hall by 11:15 p.m. each night. That's when the building doors are locked. Curfew is at 11:15 at night, which means everyone must be in their assigned dorm room by 11:15 p.m. or earlier. The CCAs and chaperones will go to each room and make sure you're where you're supposed to be. Sorry, but there are separate dorm floors for males and females, and neither is allowed in the other's rooms or on the housing floors. Each chaperone is responsible for a specific group of 10 or fewer kids of the same sex. Find out who your chaperone is at your county orientation meeting. Every day you will have to let your chaperone know where you are at all times by filling out a whereabouts schedule that will be posted on their door. Please remember to fill this out because you don't want your chaperone looking all over for you. There are other roles adults play at Exploration Days besides being a chaperone or CCA. Some serve as instructors or session helpers, and some serve as activity hosts or session hosts. Have you seen those green stylish vests? Those green vests with the 4-H clover on them identify adults serving as hosts. Session hosts make sure that the kids attend the sessions they signed up for. They take attendance at the start of each session and report absences back to the Exploration Days General Headquarters. Activity hosts help supervise youth and make sure they are safe at the many different campus activities.
Here at headquarters, we collect the session absence forms that are filled out by session hosts.
Your staff person, CCA, or chaperone will follow up with you to find out why you didn't make it to your session.
And if you didn't go, you'll have some explaining to do, and they'll make sure that you get there the next time.
One other thing you should know is that if you choose to ignore the rules at 4-H exploration days, like breaking curfew, stealing, or damaging university property, or using alcohol or drugs, you will be sent home immediately at your own expense. And you will likely be the one who has to call home to break the news. After you tell your parents or guardian about the trouble you've gotten into, an adult from exploration days will also speak to them. But because there are so many fun things to do at 4-H exploration days, you shouldn't have to go looking for trouble. Speaking of trouble, if your parents need to contact you in case of an emergency, the number they can reach you at is 517-353-2922. Don't forget this kind of information is also posted on the 4-H Exploration Days website. Before you get here, make sure your parent or guardian signs and completes all your 4-H Exploration Days forms and turns them into your county 4-H staff member. The county 4-H staff will send them on to MSU. If your medical treatment authorization and other forms are not turned in, you cannot attend 4-H Exploration Days.
Now that would be terrible because 4-H Exploration Days is an awesome experience and kids come back year after year.
So true. That's probably the most important thing to keep in mind. Have fun while learning in your session, meeting people from all over the state, and exploring all the activities available on the beautiful MSU campus. At the end of 4-H Exploration Days, you'll need to check out. Be sure to gather up all your belongings and double-check all drawers and closets to make sure you haven't left anything behind. Sort your linen and leave it on the designated drop-off area on your housing floor. Next, you'll turn in your room key and conference card to your CCA. If these aren't turned in, you will be charged for the missing items. The CCAs will turn in all the keys and cards for your county to the residence hall staff. One more thing about checking out, make sure the person picking you up understands that checkout ends Friday at 1:30. At 2 p.m., dorm doors are locked and everyone should be on their way home by then. If you get home and realize you left something behind, let your county know. They'll connect you with the Exploration Days staff at MSU so you can arrange to get it back. See you soon at 4-H Exploration Days. You're going to have the time of your life making new friends and learning cool stuff in your sessions. You'll gain lots of skills needed for the rest of your life.
Right there. See how it goes up? Perfect.